Shalom to everybody today, Rabbi Shapira here. I promised you one last prophetic video and I gave it to you. But in the middle of the night, I woke up. I turned on the news and it was the Pope. He addressed billions of Christians all over the world. I must issue you a warning. The video today is not easy. You see this head on my head? I wear it because everywhere around me there is anti-Semitism. Even making this video right now makes us a target. But for the sake of the truth, on December 25, the year 2025, I am releasing this to you so that you will hear the truth today. I opened the news and I listened to the Pope. And the Pope addressed the birth of Jesus, or in Hebrew as he called Yeshua, in the cold hills of Judea and Samaria. As he was laid upon the manger, the Pope continued in his stunning words to explain something that I want you to hear today, not from Rabbi Shapira, but from the Pope himself. And he said, "Dear brothers and sisters, since the Word has become flesh, humanity now speaks, crying out with God's own desire to encounter us. The Word has pitched his fragile tent among us. How then can we not think in Christmas on the tents of Gaza, exposed for weeks of rain, wind, and cold?" Do you get it? The Pope equated Joseph and Mary standing in the cold to the suffering of Palestinians. I want to tell you something. I do work with a lot of Catholic people. And I don't say that all Catholic people are bad. It is simply not the case. But the leader today, who is the most influential leader of Christianity, whether you agree with that or not, have brought the Palestinians into the most sacred day inside Christianity. Friends, this is above Avodah Zarah. It is above anything that resembles truth in any way, shape, or form. Notice that the Pope, who spoke about the suffering and the goodness that Jesus is going to bring to the world and the hope that is in, did not speak about the suffering of Christians. No, it chose to speak about the suffering of Palestinians today, or standing in the cold and in the rain, not being fed. This, friends, is nothing short of not only anti-Semitism, but perversion of who Jesus is and perversion of the truth. Now, let me give you the truth so that you want the facts right now. These facts not coming from me, they are coming from Open Doors Ministry, a ministry that is focused on Christian persecution all over the world. And I quote to you some of the numbers. More than 380 million Christians suffer high level of persecution during 2025. In addition to that, in 2025, 4,476 Christians have been murdered. 7,679 churches have been burned, and over 4,744 Christians have been imprisoned. Friends, was that mentioned in the Midrash of the Pope? The Pope, the lion, number 14. Oh yes, remember that. No, he did not remind the world of the persecuted Christian. He did not remind the world the following, that 1 out of 7 Christians all over the world is being persecuted. 1 out of 5 is persecuted in Africa, and 2 out of 5 is persecuted in Asia. No, he didn't mention any of this. He chose to mention the Palestinians and the Muslims suffering, not the Christians. So where is this suffering coming from? Is Gaza on the top of the list? No. Let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the facts, and let us look at the truth. In the top of the list, you see North Korea, you see Somalia, you see Yemen, you see Libya, you see Sudan. The saints have been murdered in Nigeria, Pakistan, and Iran. But did the Pope mention all of those? No, he has not. He has chosen to equate Jesus himself with the Palestinian suffering. Shame on him. And maybe it's down the road. Maybe we will see Gaza down the road. So maybe they are not in the top 10 or 20. Maybe the top 29 or 30. Number 29, Niger. Maybe it's number 31, Mexico or Oman, or maybe Ethiopia or Cameroon or Turkey or Colombia or maybe Chad or Jordan. This is the top 50 list, friends. If you're wondering, where is Israel in the list? Are Christians suffering in Israel? I don't think so. Look at the top right-hand list. North Korea. What are they suffering from? Communism. Number 2, Somalia. Islamic oppression. Number 3, Yemen, Islamic oppression. Number 4, Libya, Islamic oppression. Number 5, Sudan, Islamic oppression. Nigeria and Pakistan, Islamic oppression. Did the Pope mention any of those? No, he has not. You see why? Because he had replaced Jesus, Yeshua in Hebrew, with a Palestinian Yeshua, another foreign one. Look at the map of the suffering of those who take the cause of Christ upon themselves. It is a heat map. Now pay attention closely to the Middle East. Notice all the red. Now you're wondering, where is Israel? I want you to zoom in. I wanted to look a little closer. Oh yeah, you cannot see us because we are just a tiny dot in the map that the world is looking to annihilate. But yes, it's there. Look carefully. It's in a tiny white. Why is it white? Because the only white dot in the Middle East, the only place that actually have the light of the world, that have Yeshua there, which is white, meaning there is no persecution. Israel is not in the top 50 or the top 100 or the top 500 because there is no persecution in Israel. You see, the reality is you've been lied to. Jesus is not a Palestinian, and Israel is not an oppressor or occupier. It's a country of a freedom of religion where you can go in the street of Tel Aviv and say Merry Christmas and receive a hug, or to put a bush, a Christmas tree on an ornament, the only place in the Middle East. And to equate Jesus' birth to the Palestinian suffering is not just a perversion. It's a replacement theology. You're wondering where the hatred comes from? From the people like good old Nick and good old Carlson. It's come from one place, or maybe candidates, from not knowing their Bible, not understanding the root, and not knowing the truth. So let me educate you today, and every Catholic out there who sides with the Pope, and every Christian. Because today, Christians, I am addressing you, and I tell you, stand for the real Yeshua. You want to celebrate Christmas? Great. Go to the world and tell them about the Jewish king. Here is what he said, not what the Pope said. In the book of Yohanan, he said, you Samaritan worship the things that you don't know. But we Jews, and equate to him as a Jew, know what we worship, for salvation come in from the Jews. Do you notice what Yeshua equated himself to? He said, we, the Jews. I have a news for everybody today. He is Jewish. He wasn't just a Jewish, he's still Jewish, and he will always be Jewish. And how dare you to replace him today in a Palestinian image? That, friends, is the great sin when there is no forgiveness on. And I pray today that people go into their churches and sing Silent Night and sing Noel and sing all the wonderful hymn and carol of Christmas. I pray today, brothers and sisters, that all of us remember his Jewishness. He identifies as a Jew. And woe to those who equate him to the Palestinians. In the book of Yohanan and the book of Matthew, he say, this is the genealogy of Yeshua HaMashiach, son of David, son of Abraham. Abraham begotten Isaac, Isaac begotten Jacob, Jacob fathered Judah and his brother. Is there a question who he is? There is a question, where is his heart? This is a question, where is his allegiance? Christians, wake up, and the best day for you to wake up is on Christmas, because this is your Savior. Final words. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, who kills the prophet and stone those who send on to her. How I long to gather you like a hen that gather her chicks under her wings, but you were unwilling. Therefore, your house will remain desolate until you said, Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, blessed in the name of the Lord. Brothers and sisters, today is the best day to remember. And if you truly celebrate Christmas, so you need to celebrate today the fact that a Jewish king, not a Christian king, but a Jewish king, is about to come back to the world. And he is coming back to the world to judge you as a Jewish Messiah, not as a Palestinian terrorist wearing a keffiyeh. Today I challenge you. Don't listen to the apostate church. Remove yourself from the apostate Christian faith and become part of the ecclesia. Choose Israel. Choose the Jewish people. And choose Yeshua today, in Christmas. I challenge you to do that. And how do you do it? Reject replacement theology. You know what the Pope has done today? He replaced Israel with Gaza. He replaced Yeshua with Muhammad. And I tell you today, do not replace him. He was a Jew. He is a Jew. His heart is for the Jewish people. And his alignment is with Israel. Today and forever. Chag Sameach to all my Christians, brother.